Hello, my name is Luna, and welcome to my channel. Now, if you have not seen my previous video, this is one of those Warrior Cat series where I play the game clangen year after year. And if you're watching this and somehow still don't know what clangen is, it's essentially a game that allows you to simulate a brand new clan, cats, and events. What I do is that I'll make up a general story, draw, and get dramatic over cat crushes and fights. Before I show you my cats, I want to say that I actually came up with an origin story for the clan I'm currently playing for the series, which is WhisperClan. In my first session of playing this clan, which you can find in the description, check it out, I stated that I did not have any idea about the background of my clan. If you did not know already, while clangen generates a lot of things for you, there is no information as to how the generated clan began in the first place. So it is up to the player to come up with this. And I am happy to say that since recording the first year, I came up with something. So before we delve into the cats themselves, let's explore the origins of WhisperClan and how it came to be. On a cold, foggy night, when the darkness was at its most quiet, a ghostly figure visited the three clans of the forest. The ghost approached several cats from each clan with a message. They were told that they needed to leave their home and meet in the northern area of the forest, claimed by no other clan. Many asked why, but none received an answer. With a glimmer in the strange figure's eyes, the ghost ran into the night, leaving each cat no choice but to follow. Not all were eager, but each followed. Something about the aura of the ghost drew them in. They wanted to find out more. A clearing lit up by the moonlight was devoid of the heavy fog from once before. Each of the cats who had received the message miraculously arrived at the same time. For moments, they remained still and alert. However, before any words could be uttered, one of the smaller cats collapsed, and her eyes glowed a pale blue. Blinking her eyes open, Barleyleaf found herself shrouded in gorgeous mist and smoke. Steadying herself to stand, she suddenly came face to face with the ghost. The figure introduced himself as Mantis Paw, a StarClan cat passed on from long ago. But that doesn't matter now, his soft voice uttered as the light of the surrounding stars concentrated into the figures of 8 other cats, completely unfamiliar to Barleyleaf. Despite the situation, she recognized that she felt strangely relaxed, somehow trusting the strangers around her. Mantis Paw continued, "We will grant you 9 new lives so that you may become the new leader of this clan. Take our gift to help you have the strength to overcome your fears. Trust in yourself, and the rest will follow." His muzzle pressed against her, and each of the other StarClan cats followed. A new star emerged above them, its pale light swirling around Barleyleaf. The light disappeared, and the remaining glints fell onto her chest, where a star pattern on her fur remained. "Barley Star of WhisperClan, please save the..." But the voice faded into echoes, and her eyes opened once again, the stars farther away than they ever were before. And that's essentially how WhisperClan was created. I really hope you guys liked that. It didn't take that long to write the script itself, but actually editing together like the pictures and the transitions and syncing it up with like the audio and music took forever, but I'm so glad it's done now, and I'm fairly proud of it. It's still a little rough around the edges, but I'm still trying to figure out some things with iMovie and audio and stuff like that. But now that we have that out of the way, let's continue. You're going to be seeing every cat that was in WhisperClan this first year. First up is Mantis Paw, our StarClan guide. So every time you create a new clan in this game, the game randomizes a cat that is immediately put into StarClan, which is considered the StarClan guide for your clan. Mantis Paw was a mediator apprentice, which is something I didn't even know could happen. Usually when I play the game, it generates a full-grown warrior, so now I'm wondering if the StarClan guide can be a kit too since we got an apprentice this time around. Anyway, I thought this could lead to a super interesting story, and I wanted to do something with it. I don't want to reveal too much as to why WhisperClan's guide is a mediator apprentice. All you guys need to know is that he's the one that united these cats to form a clan. And he's a sweetie. I mean, look at him, he's so cute. He was only about, I think, 8 moons when he passed, but he stays strong and doesn't seem to let his unfortunate circumstances affect him. You'll find out much more about him later. Next is our first ever leader of the clan, Barley Star. I began this save file with the idea that my leader would be young, inexperienced, and just generally a leader that lacks the confidence to really lead their clan properly. However, she's actually been doing a really good job. Even though her trait of being nervous withholds her from reaching her full potential for now, she's been getting more and more confident as the first year passed. No war, no major deaths. Many of the cats in the clan even trust her and feel comfortable around her. Though there are some reservations that one of the youngest and most inexperienced was chosen as leader, it was eventually felt that since StarClan themselves picked her, it was for a reason. No one really dislikes her much either. Even the grumpy elders have some like for her. Good for her. She's honestly doing much better than I ever could imagine. Also, as I'm drawing each cat, you'll see that she's actually one of the smallest, if not the smallest, fully grown cats in the clan. This wasn't intentional, but I'm not changing it. I like imagining that she has to look up to pretty much everyone whenever assigning patrols or generally telling people what to do. Anyway, that's Barley Star. On to the next cat. Next is our deputy, Raintail. He was chosen by Barley Star due to the leadership he exuded when the cats were setting up their camp. There was one other candidate, but Barley Star wanted someone by her side who no doubt had the most life experience to draw from, to assist her in making decisions. So basically, the oldest cat that wasn't retired. Funny enough, Raintail is also nervous, just like Barley Star. So him and her are constantly questioning their own decisions, wondering if someone else should have been leading the clan instead. But the fact that they're so similar has actually allowed them to rely on each other, and they've gotten to be really close friends. I hope this pair lasts a while, but Raintail is on the older side. It's pretty likely that Raintail will pass sooner before Barley Star ever will. This constantly plagues her mind. But for the time being, this anxiety-filled pair is enjoying their time together every moment they can. Super wholesome. Our last main role to cover is Medicine Cat, the very important role of healing injured cats and communicating with StarClan. We actually have 2 Medicine Cats, but I'll cover the first one first, which is Cotton Cinder. Cotton Cinder was the only one in the group who was a Medicine Cat in their previous clan, so it was only natural that she took this role once again. She's troublesome and very clever, so there's a couple cats in the clan who actually dislike her, one of them being Raintail. Yet Cotton Cinder quite likes and respects him. I'm assuming what's happening here is that Cotton Cinder thinks they're great friends, but she's just unaware that she often comes off as disrespectful and vexing to him. However, they've been getting along a lot better towards the end of the year, so I guess they're somewhat actual friends now? Focusing back on Cotton Cinder, she almost pulled a cinder pelt. A couple of moons into the game, she got her leg stuck in a 2-leg trap, badly injuring it. I think there was a chance the damage would be permanent, but fortunately, she got better. Her leg is perfectly fine now, there aren't even scars. Like I said before, we have 2 Medicine Cats, so here's Blue Stripe, a much older, non-binary cat. Blue Stripe was actually retired when I first started the game, but then Cotton Cinder, our Medicine Cat at the time, was injured. There were also many other cats that were sick or wounded at the time for various reasons. No one was available to help, or at least knew how to. So, Blue Stripe stepped out of retirement and taught themselves the way of herbs and healing. They learned the basics from Cotton Cinder and actually healed her and everyone else back to health. Hooray, Blue Stripe! Afterwards, even though Cotton Cinder was back in working condition, Blue Stripe didn't turn back to retirement. They actually decided to stay a Medicine Cat, realizing they enjoyed the hard work and reward of helping others. And that's how WhisperClan ended up with 2 Medicine Cats in the first year. Now let's go to the warriors. Starting next year, I'll state each warrior's rank in the clan, including the leader and the deputy. What I mean by this is that each cat's profile lists their proficiency level. This can be increased based on how many patrols they go on and how many cats are on the patrol. I believe cats build proficiency faster if they are on smaller patrols, since the risk for cats getting hurt and dying is much higher. Without further ado, first is Oak Goose. He is righteous, an incredible runner, and a good speaker. Also, he's had thoughts about what the kitty pet life is like. Scandalous. Despite this, he's a pretty good member of the clan, performing his patrols and not getting into any trouble at all. He is, however, having some issues in his love life. This guy, beloved Oak Goose, has a crush on Barley Star. Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess there aren't too many options considering half the clan is much older than him, but still. What's worse is that his feelings are not reciprocated in the slightest. I checked Barley Star's relationship profile and she has no interest in him. Oh well, hopefully a pretty kitty joins the clan. Which one actually did, but we'll get to her later. Back to Oak Goose, it turns out he's kind of a softie. He's super relationship driven. Not only does he have unrequited love, but he's also incredibly attached to the only apprentice of the clan, Fallowpaw, who became a warrior before the year ended. They're not related at all, but he totally acts like his dad. I went into the files to see events including them, and there's things like Oak Goose reminding him to eat, asking him how he's doing, and even noticing if he's in a bad mood. And he's always happy to see him, which is super sweet. Because of how close Oak Goose is to Fallowsplinter, I'm gonna go ahead and say that they belonged in the same clan before helping form WhisperClan. I'll reveal the clan name once we run into a patrol in-game. Something else that happened was that Oak Goose had a run-in with rogues on a solo patrol. I didn't click proceed on the patrol event, so he ended up turning tail and running away. Thank goodness. Whenever risky events like this come up, I try to decide what the cat themselves would do based on their personality, and either press proceed or do not proceed. I had decided that Oak Goose is not a stupid man, and that while he is confident in his skills as a warrior, he wouldn't be dumb enough to face off with rogues all on his own. Anyway, I love this guy. Since the first time I saw his sprite, I thought he looked so cool and menacing. Really looking forward to what he'll accomplish in the future. Next is Fallowpaw, who earned his warrior name as Fallowsplinter and was honored for his boldness. He was the only apprentice of WhisperClan when it first began, along with being the youngest. Fallowsplinter is confident and has keen eyes. He was mentored by Barley Star, who influenced him to make impulsive decisions for some reason. Having so much potential as an apprentice, along with having a teacher like Barley Star, definitely resulted him in being an incredibly competent warrior. He didn't find much trouble fitting in with the older and more seasoned warriors. I do wish that he could have grown up with other cats his age, but it doesn't seem to bother him too much. Now, I had mentioned before how much Oak Goose cares for Fallowsplinter and cares for him as a son. Well, it's not mutual. I know, poor Oak Goose. He has so much love to give, but no one's taking it. When I checked Fallowsplinter's relationship profile, I saw that he likes Oak Goose a little bit, but also has a hint of dislike for him. I think Fallowsplinter might just miss his own family and is rejecting Oak Goose as a replacement for that. Hopefully in the next year he'll open up a little bit. Or he might not, who knows. He does, however, seem to favor one of the elders quite a bit, more than anyone else in the clan. Maybe he sees her as a cool old grandma or something similar. He asks her to tell him stories and seems to enjoy her company a lot. I'll reveal her name and who she is in a little bit. Speaking of which, look who it is! The last of our founding members, Whispertuft. She's one of our two elders, but the only one still in retirement. I honestly don't have too much to say about her, apart from her friendly relationship with Fallowsplinter. Yes, she is the cool grandma of the clan, being charismatic as one of her traits. Since elders don't go on patrols, they have significantly less events than all the other clan members. Something to note, however, is her name. Her prefix is the same as the clan, in case you didn't notice. Why that is, I'm still not sure, to be honest. Hopefully in year 2 something will happen that can give me some story ideas. Well, that's just about it for her. Now we'll be moving on to the cats that have joined WhisperClan since its creation. So here's Hallowtail, who is a male in the game but drawn as a she-cat. Yeah, so a mistake I make pretty often is straight up getting the gender of a cat wrong, drawing them, and realizing only after I finish their art. I know I said in my previous video that I wouldn't decide whether this cat would be trans or not, since, you know, the appeal of clangen is that everything is randomized and, you know, not up to the player. But I've gotten so used to seeing Hallowtail this way that I'm just gonna make the executive decision to change her gender in-game the next time I play. This won't happen until year 3 since I did decide to play year 2 before making this video. Moving on from that, Halautail encountered the clan on one of their border patrols, led by Barley Star. She was in their territory, so Barley Star was initially nervous in the encounter, only to see this fluffy, bright-eyed kitty pet approach them, asking if they could join the clan. Barley Star said yes, and now we have her. Despite her comfy background and childish personality, she's actually been able to keep up really well with the other, more hardened clan cats. She's even led some patrols herself, which is what led us to our last group of clan members. Silver was found with her 2 kits on a border patrol led by Halautail and Oak Goose. The she-cat used to live in a barn, but decided to leave for the prospect of clan life sometime after she gave birth. She joined WhisperClan late in the year at Moon 10. Unfortunately, due to the fact that she was so cut off from other cats before meeting the clan, she developed an infection, unsure of how to treat it. Thinking about it now, this was likely a major reason why she was seeking out clan cats in the first place. Lucky for her, this was the right decision, and our medicine cats were able to heal her up relatively quickly. She didn't have to stay, but she did. So we gained 3 more cats after Halautail. Silver is charismatic and very clever. We haven't seen much from her since she joined so late, but I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot from her and her kits in the next year. Welcome, Silver. Last, but certainly not least, but certainly the smallest, are Silver's kits, Wood Kit and Frond Kit. I'm pairing them together since A, they joined together, B, they're siblings, and C, I kept switching back and forth from the 2 of them while drawing their profiles. I got their color palette switched on accident, so you'll see me fixing that in a bit. Anyway, everyone seems to be pretty excited about having kits in the clan, especially a certain cat named Barley Star. It's super cute. After the medicine cats tended to them, making sure they didn't have any injuries and infections, they got tons of affection, especially from her. She swaps Fresh Kill with them so that they get the better meal, encourages them, and basically decided to take care of them in general until Silver was fully healed. This really makes me think Barley Star wants to be a mom, but has never found the right cat to start a family with. I mean, Oak Goose is right there, but I guess he's not really her type. That was a long tangent. Anyway, here's Woodkit, the polite and quick-witted, with his brother Frondkit, the attention seeker and constant climber. Whew, okay, that was a lot, but it's only year 1, so there's so much more to come in the future. Before I end this video, I want to go ahead and note that the next drawing video, the one that's going to be for year 2, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Well, not necessarily differently, but I'm going to be adding a couple more things. For one, I'll be stating the rankings for each of the cat. Basically what that means is that I'm going to be looking at their experience levels and then seeing who has the highest experience in the clan, and then going down from there. Another thing is that I'm probably going to establish a prophecy, not in year 2 since I already played it, but in year 3. I don't know, I think what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to randomize a bunch of different prophecies from different generators, smash them together, and see what I get. And if I don't find anything, then maybe I'll make my own. But if I do, I'm not going to make it too specific, and it'll probably just be something that can be applied to, I don't know, I guess the beginning of the clan, and then we'll just go on from there and maybe do a couple more mini prophecies or omens or anything like that. But that's all I have to say. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I really hope you guys like this video. I put so much effort into learning how to edit and then doing that editing. So even though this video was a little rougher on the edges, I hope it improves in the videos in the future. Well, thank you for watching. Bye!